I'm Cassandra.
The room fell into a deathly silence as I revealed the damning evidence on the screen. Dale, my father, stood there in disbelief, his face turning pale. Preston, my brother, slumped in his chair, his eyes wide with fear. And Savannah, the woman he was supposed to marry, stared at me in shock. It all started when my father, a controlling and manipulative man, came to me with a thick packet of court documents. He was a high-powered businessman, always thinking about money and status. My mother, Linda, was just as bad, always going along with his schemes. They had a son, Ethan, who was a reckless gambler and a failed entrepreneur. My father said, "If you take one step towards that resort, I'll call 911 and have you committed to a psych ward." I used the security footage of you arguing with Ethan. Edited, of course. To the court, you look unstable. Take this one-way ticket to Montana or spend the weekend in a lockdown facility. You're invisible, Cassandra. Do you understand? I didn't show any fear. I was a forensic accountant with 5 years of experience in high-stakes corporate cases. I knew how to find hidden assets and expose fraud. Instead of panicking, I logged into my credit history. There, I found a $50,000 line of credit opened when I was 16. The signature on the application looked like my mother's. I opened another tab and checked Ethan's startup, Horizon Ventures. The dates matched perfectly. The loan hit my credit report the week Ethan rented his first office. I realized that to my parents, Ethan was the high-risk investment they hoped would pay off, and I was the liquid asset they raided when things went wrong. 2 days before, I was sitting in a corner office of the Thompson Logistics headquarters. The woman across the desk was Isabella Thompson, the CEO and Ethan's fiancée. She said, "My fiancé's financials are too perfect. His startup claims a 400% return in the third quarter. I need a blind audit before I sign the merger agreement." She had no idea I was Ethan's sister. 5 years ago, I changed my name from Cassandra Miller to Cassandra Reed to escape my family shadow. I built a reputation as a tough forensic accountant. To Isabella, I was just a highly recommended consultant. I took the case. Isabella gave me access to the data room. 12 hours before the signing, I was in my apartment, surrounded by dual monitors. My mother's text on the left screen threatened me, while on the right, I was uncovering Ethan's fraud. I found that the $485,000 in his startup's liquid assets was a classic churn and burn scheme. The money came from an offshore gambling account and bounced through a shell company. The invoices for business expenses were all fake. And the metadata of the financial statements showed that my father was the mastermind behind the fraud. My mother sent me a photo of my packed suitcase saying, "We packed for you. Just get in the car." Their audacity was astonishing. At the closing room of Thompson Logistics, I watched through the one-way mirror. Ethan tried to get Isabella to sign the merger agreement. I knew it was the point of no return. I told Isabella to ask for a digital timestamp. Ethan hesitated, but sent the file. As soon as the file hit the server, it became wire fraud. I walked into the room and exposed their crimes. My father tried to discredit me, but I showed the evidence of the identity theft and the fraud. Isabella tore up the court papers and fired Ethan. The FBI agents arrived, and Ethan and my father were arrested. 3 weeks later, in my new office, I deleted the archive of threats and stolen credit records. I walked out into the evening air, finally free from my family's shadow. I erased my past to protect my future.